Hey team, Anthony Ogogo here, founder and head coach of Ogogo Fitness Elite Coaching with head of nutrition, Matthew Albert, and the awesome, the legend, Mr. Jason Gerard. How you doing,
good,
mate?
thank you. Are you guys?
Awesome, buddy.
Okay.
Just before we start, mate, I want to say I'm a professional wrestler. As you know, I'm around men in shape all day long. I promise you, buddy, you are in better shape now than most people on the roster in my wrestling company. You look, mate, you look phenomenal, mate. You honestly, I'm so proud of you, dude. I really am so proud of you, mate. I really, really am. I mean that from the bottom of my
Yeah,
heart.
thank you. Yeah, I still feel like it's the beginning still, just the beginning still, like still on this journey. But yeah, I'm really enjoyed it, every single bit of it.
The journey never ends. Until we're in the coffin at the end of our lives. The journey never always get better. And if this is you at the beginning, goodness me, where the hell are you going to be when halfway in? Honestly, you look phenomenal. Matthew, numbers. Tell us the number. What has Jason achieved in the last 9 months?
Yeah, so the first 8 weeks were a little diet phase where we went from 197 pounds down to 187 pounds, so 10 pounds down. You started off weirdly in a position where you didn't look like you had much weight to lose. I remember when you were saying, "Oh, I want to drop some weight," I was thinking, do you have? But actually, you held your weight very well. Lost 10 pounds, and then over the last 7 months, we have slowly put all of that weight back on. But it looks very, very different. I'm sure we'll have some pictures to put on the screen in a moment. But the weight you're at now and the weight that you started at are completely different bodies that you're looking at. So yeah, you have absolutely aced the journey, mate.
Yeah, thank you.
Basically, lost 4 or 5 kilograms, 10, 12 pounds in the first 8 weeks, and then we put the weight back on by pure muscle. And you look phenomenal. Weight-wise, you haven't changed in the last 9 months, but the way you look is just ridiculous, right? And going back 9 months ago or so, what made you want to join the program? What were you feeling like at the time to want to join the program and get in the best shape of your life, which you have done?
Yeah, just lost my way a bit, no motivation, and then your discipline's gone. I realise now, looking back, how bad it actually was compared to how I am now. But at the time, it was just hard to recognise. And then obviously I was seeing you guys online, and I just thought, I know I needed to do something about it, but I didn't know how to start or where to go.
When you say you needed to, what was it? Was it lack of energy? You said lack of discipline. How was that showing up for you on a daily basis?
It was more like struggling to get out of bed, and your discipline and just tiredness, diet, your food, and overall it was just, my energy levels were zero. And even though I was still going to the gym and playing football, I was just, not the person I was like maybe 5 years ago. I just let myself go and got into
like a zombified version of where you knew you could have been, kind of meandering through life, going through life rather than excelling. Most men in their late 30s, early 40s wouldn't mind looking like you before you started doing nothing. Nothing was bad. You could have carried on meandering through, doing what you were doing. You weren't, gonna be diagnosed pre-diabetic. You probably didn't have high blood pressure, right? So a lot of people looking at you and I wouldn't mind being Jason before you started this journey. What was it about you that you didn't like?
I didn't like, because I've always kind of tried to keep in shape, or if not shape, just fitness wise, but I just let all of that go. So I couldn't even run a kilometre. I just couldn't do it. I was just so tired, I had nothing. And I knew that I needed to get back and wanted to get back to how I used to be, like free having kids. And purely because of my little one's 5-year-old now, and she's 100 mile an hour. And if I carried on how I was, I wasn't present for her. I was just here.
So tell me, you losing 10 pounds or you recomping your body like you've done, how has that made you a better father and a better husband?
For me, just energy wise, I'm not vacant anymore. I'm in the room. The discipline, obviously, we spoke about it when we first spoke 9 months ago. It's like my gym. I go to the gym. I set my alarm for 5 a.m. now, and then I'm up and I'm out, and then I'm back before they even get up. And then that just sets me up for the day, for my work day when I work from home, or kids' holidays like now, when I know I've got my little one to look after. I know that I have the energy to last the day with her. And not even that, just to take notice of her and be with her, and just the little things you don't realise you're lost. So having them back now, it's amazing.
I love that. You have no idea you're lost until you find yourself. I love that. Most people meander through life not realizing how little energy they have until they get energy. No, they don't know how bad they sleep until they sleep well. They don't know how bad they are until they actually start feeling strong. Mate, that was so pure poetic. That was beautiful. Okay, so meandering through life, a vacant, zombified version of yourself. Fast forward where you are now today. Talk to me. How do you feel when you look in the mirror, your strength, your energy? Talk to us about what Jason Gerard's life was like today.
Yeah, good, really good. Like, just a funny story, really, just like from being in the gym earlier in the week before I went away with work. It's just, I was stood there laughing. I was like, I can't wait to tell you guys on this testimonial, because like back 9 months ago, if I even tried to pick a 20 kg dumbbell up, I'd be like, Christ, that's heavy. And now I was just like doing your basic your arm exercises, and I was just laughing to myself because I just felt like I had someone else's arms.
Funny you say that, because actually it's the weak version of you. That was the imposter. This is the real you. This is the energetic, happy version of this. Your wife, your daughter, mate, how have they seen, they notice your presence in the room? Have they noticed your extra energy, your happiness, your confidence?
Completely. My partner says like I'm back to how I used to be when we first met, and just things like that. And I don't notice it, but it's just come natural now. It's just come back, and it's easier. Like just getting up in the morning is just easy. It comes natural now. And even on the days where you do feel a bit like you need to get it done, get in the car and just have a little workout, and then it sets you up.
It's a slog, isn't it? They will say like 21 days to build a habit and 90 days to build a lifestyle. And those first 3 months of waking up at 5 a.m. is a pain in the ass. And we haven't told you to do that. You want to do that. You choose to do that because you know the benefit you get when you work out first thing in the morning. And it's a pain in the ass those first few months. But when you do it, it's a habit. And the alarm will go at 4:50 and you press, okay, you get up and you go. That's just what you do. You're not motivated to do it anymore. It's discipline. It takes over motivation. Okay, mate, cool. So welcome myself, welcome Matthew and the team. What have you enjoyed? Like, why are you now in such a great shape compared to where you were now? What have we enabled you to do? What have you learned from us?
Because I've always been a member of the gym and that, but I've never been educated with the nutrition side, or how to like progressive overload and things like that. And I've always been one of those people, even in my work life, where I need to see something to be able to do it. And that's just me. And so now you guys has obviously shown me how to do it and what to do, and I've followed it. And it's been really good. Really enjoyed it.
If somebody showed you a picture of that in 9 months, hey, this is what you're going to be in 9 months by doing what you've been doing, do you believe it?
No, because I've never looked like that before. And it's just amazing what happens when you're guided and you follow a plan, and and when my calories started to be up to that's when I was like, God, like I can feel it now. Like this is good. And 9 months ago, I would never have known that. And even still, like when I've seen you say like 80-20, like for your diet and things, like it's been normal. I've still been able to do all the things I enjoy and things like that, and it's still worked. It's been real. And my fitness is I've been in, like Matthew will know, like I've been entering 10k races now and for running, and I'm back playing football Sunday League like locally for every week. And compared to last year when I was just I was living off Haribo and Lucozade just to get me through it, and now I don't need to. It's amazing.
Yeah. Well, let's bring in Mr. Head of Nutrition, Matthew Albert, come into the conversation, mate. What has Jason done? So talk to me about this journey that he's been on the last 9 months or so.
Yeah, I think the main thing that I've noticed about you, Jason, is that you didn't at any point ever take your foot off the gas, even when things were difficult. And any time a situation arose whereby you'd be traveling or something's come up with the kids, or you picked up a little niggle, you communicated it really well. And then it wasn't like this problem has now meant that everything else has stopped. It was almost just like, okay, well, this is a problem for me this week. Tell me how to fix it, and then everything else I'm just going to carry on doing as I was anyway. And I really do think that sort of just get on and do it spirit is literally just what has driven you through consistent success. I wouldn't say there's been any period of this where you haven't been moving in the direction that we set out to move in. And so, that I think has probably been your strongest asset, is that you've not let one thing leak into other areas. You've just been very, very disciplined and structured. And I don't think you've even been perfect in terms of, probably wouldn't look at any other weeks and go, no, that's a 10 out of 10 week, but it's always just been very consistent, which has been really key for us.
Yeah, definitely. Like,
I don't know if you would agree with that.
Yeah, completely agree. Like you say at the beginning, that I had a few hamstring issues, didn't I? And then I rolled my ankle and had my ankle ligament injury and that, but I just thought, you can still work out, you can still do other things, and it's all in the mind.
A lot of people will roll their ankle and go, oh, that's it, it's out the window, what's the point, can't go to a gym. and they let things unravel. That's what a lot of people do. You stayed focused. What was that thing driving you? What was pushing you? Was it being a father? So what was the thing driving you throughout the last 9 months to be able to be so consistent?
It was more that I'd got my discipline back. And 9 months ago, if I did have my hamstring problems or my ankle injuries last year, I would have gave up. I know for a fact I would have gave up. But just having Matthew to speak to weekly and following the structured workouts and just having that communication line and things like that, it did give me extra incentive to carry on and wanting to know where this is going to take me and the results.
Awesome, mate. Okay, cool. Last couple of things. Hesitations. When we spoke, I remember the conversation very well. 9 months ago when we spoke, was there any hesitations before joining the plan? And if so, what were they? And what trumped that to make you push through and do it anyway?
Yeah, I was definitely hesitant because I've done a plan before with a family member who does this kind of thing a few years ago, and I just didn't stick to it. It didn't work out, and that's partly because I wasn't disciplined, and I didn't have any discipline. And but this time I knew, obviously, after speaking with you, Anthony, that I just knew it was right, and I knew that I needed to do it. And then obviously Matthew came into it and gave me the nutrition side, which I had no clue about really, how it all works. And then it just kind of gave me that extra incentive to just get it done.
Good. Love that. So I'm hearing this is way better. That's what I'm hearing, mate. That's what I'm hearing, mate.
You said it. Yeah, I agree.
Also, Jason, you seldom came to the weekly calls. We do 3-4 calls a week at the moment, right? You never came. And I love that. And in a weird way, I love when people don't come, because what that means is they're getting so much anyway from their own stuff. They don't need to come. This is all extra stuff, though. The 1-to-1, the 2-on-1 work you get from myself and Matthew will take you there. The extra bonus stuff that we deliver is just purely bonus. And that proves that the Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday calls we're doing right now every single week, you don't even need to come and you still get the results.
Yeah,
right? So
I really took advantage of the Sunday reflection with the videos and that, because I've seen them before, and it's just really good to listen to, and just kind of gives you a little reset and to think about the week ahead. But yeah, working away a lot stopped me from joining those calls and that. But I do think that we was in a good place anyway.
That's what I was going to say, mate, because ultimately, again, you're honestly, mate, we don't like the word client, because client is far too transactional. We like partnership. Because partnership is like we give, you give, we give, right? And I like the word partner. You've been a great partner to work with, mate, because you do travel. You have got family. You have had the odd injury here and there. You've had everything happen to you, because it's life, and life happens to all of us, whether we like it or not. And you've had life happen to you, yet you've just persevered. You've carried on. You haven't let a work trip unravel weeks of success. You haven't let an injury made you maybe you did it before, but not with us, which I love, mate. Try something similar before, but as you realize it wasn't similar. But before you, obviously, still want to good talking to me, telling you how good the program is, seeing the pictures. That's one thing. You just got to do it and just see it, right? But obviously, prior to joining, you thought, I've done something similar. I don't think it's going to work, but it did work, right? Which is amazing. What made you push through? What made you think, I'm just going to give it a go?
Because obviously when we spoke, and I think I said, I've always kind of been the nearly man. I've always nearly done something. I've always nearly finished something. But this time, yeah. And obviously just speaking to Matthew weekly, and that gave me, that kept my motivation up. And then obviously the discipline took over. And when you start seeing your results, you're like, I want more of this. I'm going to keep going.
Love that. Beautiful. Yeah, I remember you said the nearly man. Mate, you are literally the word nearly can get spelled out, tip-exed out. You are the man. I promise you. Lastly, anybody watching this thinking, I'm thinking about doing it, but I'm not too sure. What advice can you give them to get them off the fence, whether they join or not join? What advice can you give somebody watching this video now?
Yeah, do it completely. Just dive straight in. Otherwise, you'll never know what can happen positive in your life. It's been absolutely amazing, and you reap the effort you put in, you get the rewards at the end, and that's with my extra energy every day, and just being around more now, and just not faking. And yeah, fitness levels are just the best I've ever felt.
Love them, mate. As a man, almost 40, best shape of your life. The money you spent on this program, has it been worth it?
Completely. Yeah, because if I didn't do the program, then it'd probably be going on beer and kebabs, which was happening 9 months before I joined. So this has completely just changed everything. Yeah, really, really enjoyed it.
Love that. Matthew, any final words, mate?
No real final words other than I know we're hopefully going to pick things back up again in a few months' time, which would be amazing to carry on this journey with you. But I just think, yeah, mate, just really, really well done. You come in from day one with a really clear objective as to what you want to achieve. You continuously work towards it. You've been an absolute dream to work with. Anthony, I've literally both like, oh no, Jason's going to be gone for a bit. Like, it's quite sad. So yeah, just hat off to you, mate. You've done a tremendous job. So just well done all round.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course.